An Israeli airstrike has destroyed part of the last functioning hospital in Gaza City. The missile strike forced the facility's evacuation with hundreds of patients moved out. Witnesses say the strike destroyed the intensive care and surgery departments of the hospital. Gaza's Civil Emergency Service says no casualties were reported. However, one child who previously suffered a head injury died during the hospital's evacuation. Dozens of Palestinians, including women and children, were also forced to flee from a courtyard inside the hospital where they were seeking shelter. CBC's Anna Cunningham has more.
Medical staff say they received a call at about 2 in the morning from the Israeli military, giving them a 20-minute warning to evacuate the Al-Ahli Arab Baptist Hospital. Now, the Israel Defense Forces said it targeted this hospital because it contained a command and control centre used by Hamas. These images showing people in the dark leaving, as well as patients. There were also families who've been sheltering in a hospital courtyard. And this was the last known functioning hospital in Gaza City. Now, the Palestinian Civil Defense Agency says a surgery building and also an oxygen supply centre for the intensive care units were all destroyed. By daylight, you can really see the extent of the damage. Some of those patients removed from buildings still in their hospital beds. There are now questions being asked about how can doctors work with no functioning hospital in Gaza City. Take a listen to this medic who's at the scene.
There were some people that were injured. A number of patients were transferred out. There's still a lot of patients, a lot of women and children, open wounds, exposed bones. They need a lot of work. And unfortunately, because of what happened, the capacity of this hospital to deliver care is disabled.
The hospital is actually run by the Anglican Church in Jerusalem. In a statement, it says the Diocese of Jerusalem is appalled at the bombing of the hospital now for the 5th time since the beginning of the war in 2023. And this time on the morning of Palm Sunday and the beginning of Holy Week. It goes on to call on governments and people to intervene to stop attacks on medical and humanitarian institutions, saying, "We pray and call for the end of this horrific war and the suffering of so many." Those surrounding buildings also include St. Philip's Church, which was also damaged in this strike. The British Foreign Minister David Lammy has been commenting. He says these deplorable attacks must end, adding Israel's attacks on medical facilities have comprehensively degraded access to healthcare in Gaza. The Israeli military accuses Hamas of using this hospital as a base to plan attacks. In a statement, the Israel Defense Force says prior to the strike, steps were taken to mitigate harm to civilians or to the hospital compound, including issuing advance warnings in the area of the terror infrastructure, the use of precise munitions and aerial surveillance. We know that this is the latest strike as part of Israel's renewed offensive on Hamas in Gaza. On Saturday, it said it would expand ground operations and seize large parts of Gaza. It wants to pressure Hamas to release the remaining Israeli hostages and accept the terms of a new ceasefire deal. In Cairo, fresh talks have reportedly started between Egyptian mediators and Hamas officials. What's happening there, we're told, is a bid to try to salvage this stalled ceasefire agreement that broke down last month. Anna Cunningham, CBC News, London.